What's up, DFS players? Alex here, and it looks like we are going to have another good day on PrizePicks. I gave out Taylor Fritz over 21.5 total games and then 3 NHL props. The Taylor Fritz pick already hit, so it should be a good day on PrizePicks, and I have 4 more player props. So I have NHL props, I have MLB player props for today. And again, the way that PrizePicks works, for context, is they don't vary your payout depending on the 2 picks you select. Any 2 picks you add into your entry, the payout's going to be 20 to win 60. Doesn't matter if we take the overs or the unders, the payout isn't changing, right? So what this means is, as a DFS player, you can compare PrizePicks and the lines on PrizePicks to those on the sportsbooks and find some pretty big discrepancies in profitable, DFS opportunities. So for example, Ross Colton over 1.5 shots on goal. The sportsbooks are pricing this from minus 160 to minus 180, right? PrizePicks is setting their line at minus 137. That's the implied price you are always going to be getting in a 2-pick entry from PrizePicks. So this is a huge line discrepancy between PrizePicks and the sportsbooks, and indicates that Ross Colton over 1.5 shots on goal is a profitable pick, right? That's what the OddsJam positive EV page will show you, is just profitable player props on PrizePicks. Right, so essentially, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, listed under this OddsJam column, real-time odds from Pinnacle, they're pricing Colton's over at minus 180, the under at plus 132. So if we put that into a zero vig odds calculator, this calculator will essentially tell you what the sportsbook's win probability is for this pick based on their market. So essentially, Pinnacle Sportsbook, the sharpest bookmaker out there, they're implying that Ross Colton is 59.86% to have over 1.5 shots on goal based on their market, minus 180 plus 132, which means this PrizePicks player prop is profitable. So that's the first one I have. Then we have Corbin Burnes under 18.5 outs, right? So again, big line discrepancy between the sportsbooks in PrizePicks, right? Sportsbooks are pricing this all the way at around minus 170, minus 175. On PrizePicks, we're getting minus 137 implied price. So the second pick I'm going to have is going to be Corbin Burnes, and we're taking under 18.5 pitching outs, right? So a lot of value in the under, as you can see right here, right? Sportsbooks have this heavily juiced. Now, the third pick I have is from the low holds page. So we'll go into here and we can see it. Where are you, baby? Right here. Logan Webb under 5.5 strikeouts. So this is the second pick I have. Okay. Now you can see the sports books, they're setting Logan Webb, his mainline strikeouts market, at over 4.5. FanDuel is setting it at 5.5 as well through their alternate player prop markets. But you can see FanDuel is in line with most of the sports books here, and we're picking up a whole additional strikeout on PrizePicks. We're getting Logan Webb under 5.5, whereas most sports books are setting the line at 4.5. And PrizePicks, right, is a big line discrepancy to FanDuel. So this is from the low holds page or the arbitrage page, and this is the next pick I'm going with. So then we want strikeouts, and we want Logan Webb under 5.5. So we have Corbin Burnes under 18.5 outs, Logan Webb under 5.5 strikeouts, and Ross Colton over 1.5 shots on goal. And then the final pick I have is from the OddsJam middle bets tool. So again, what this tool will show you, which is super cool, is where sportsbooks are essentially disagreeing in where the line should be set. So here you can see both Caesars and Pinnacle. They're both pricing, Zach Davies under 15.5 player outs at minus 165 for under 15.5. And PrizePicks is setting their line at under 16.5. Right? So this is another huge line discrepancy because we can pick up an additional strikeout or an additional pitching out, right, and get Davies under 16.5, whereas the sports books are setting the line at 15.5. So this is another huge line discrepancy between the sports books and PrizePicks. So the final one we have is going to be, Zach Davies under 16.5 pitching outs. So let's go back here. Right here, under 16.5 pitching outs. So now we have, 4 player props one over, our hockey over, Ross Colton over 1.5 shots on goal. And then we have 3 MLB props. Davies under 16.5 outs, Corbin Burnes under 18.5 outs, Logan Webb under 5.5 strikeouts, all found using the tools on OddsJam. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to lock this in for, I'm not even sure what the max wager is. Projections have changed since you bet them. So you can see right here, actually, Logan Webb, initially, he was under 5.5 strikeouts, right here. Now, PrizePicks already moved it down to under 5. So essentially, there are 2 picks we can go with. Or there are 3, player props we can go with. So what we can do is we can either place them in one entry or we can break it up into 2 entries. So maybe what we do is we first lock in this, Davies and Ross Colton, and then we'll lock in Davies and Corbin Burnes, under. We wanted to take for both of these. And then the final one we wanted to take is Corbin Burnes under. In NHL, we wanted to take shots on goal for Colton over. 2 big line discrepancies. Both of these picks were from the OddsJam positive EV page, so we can actually run through the math of this final PrizePicks entry just as an example. So boom, 3 more PrizePicks entries added. 1, 2, 3, all are profitable. A little annoyed I couldn't get in on this Logan Webb pick under 5.5 strikeouts, but whatever, can't win them all. And again, that Zach Davies one was pretty incredible. That was found on the middle tool. So if we go back to the middle tool, we can see right here, PrizePicks setting the line at 16.5, whereas the sports books have the under 15.5, heavily juiced. So a ton of value in being able to get the under 16.5 pitching outs. So anyways, early in the morning, but let's go back here and let's find those 2 player props we locked in on PrizePicks. So we have Corbin Burnes under 18.5 outs, and then we have Ross Colton over 1.5 shots on goal. So the first thing we need to do is go to a no vig odds calculator right here. And we need to take the market from Pinnacle Sportsbook, the sharpest bookmaker, and remove the juice to get an estimate of our implied win probability. So they're pricing Corbin Burnes under 18.5 outs at minus 172, right? And PrizePicks, we're getting the implied price of minus 137. So their market plus 127, minus 172. Once you remove the juice, we see that Burnes under 18.5 outs has a 58.94% win probability. So we have 0.5894, and this is for Burnes under 18.5 player outs. So that's number 1. And then we have Ross Colton over 1.5 shots on goal. So 0.5894 is the win probability for this pick. And then for Colton, we can see minus 180 plus 132 is the market on Pinnacle. So if we remove the juice to get an estimate of the win probability, it's 59.86%. So 59.86%. So then we can back out the EV of our PrizePicks entry. So we're staking $500 to win $1,000 of profit. And we're winning this 35.28% of the time, right? Both of our player props are hitting at a clip over 57.74% of the time, which is the clip you need to beat to break even on PrizePicks. So both of our player props on PrizePicks are profitable, and our PrizePicks entry has, 584 or 5.84% edge, right? So really good. 3 player props on PrizePicks to lock in for this morning. Still a little pissed I couldn't get that Logan Webb one. But Ross Colton over, Zach Davies under in pitching outs, Corbin Burnes under in pitching outs. 3 incredible, picks for today. And again, this is why it's so critical to compare the lines on PrizePicks to those on the sports books and be ruthless about it, right? You want to search for value. That's how you make money. So again, thanks so much for your time. Have a wonderful, rest of your day. Any questions you have about PrizePicks, feel free to book a call with us. Anything that's helpful, we're here to help. So again, thank you so much.